Richician!
Hey YouTube, Richician 84 here, and here's a deck profile requested by Gangster of Games, Arcana Knights. Yes, they're back, and improved a little bit, I should hope. Let's just get right into it. So, again, I'm playing each 3 copies each of the originals, 3 copies of Jack's Knight, 3 copies of King's Knight, and 3 copies of Queen's Knight. Now, you might not agree with playing 3 copies of Jack's Knight, but personally, I don't agree with the idea of playing 2. Yes, it is a brick, but here's the other problem. If I'm playing 2 and I hard draw my only 2 copies, then King's Knight is a dead card and I can't use his effect. I mean, sure, Joker's Knights, Joker's Straight and Joker's Wild can get round it, but I'd rather make sure that King's Knight's effect is always live when possible. Then 2 copies of Arcana Triumph Joker, and 3 copies of Joker's Knight, and then 2 copies of Imperial Bower. Yeah, I dropped it down to 2 because honestly I don't use it that much. I mean, it's kind of handy to have, but yeah, I feel like 3's just unnecessary nowadays. And finally, Slifer the Sky Dragon, just because it can be played in Arcana Knights. The support we got in King's Court last year just makes it more worthwhile. I don't play Ra or Ra Sphere mode because I prefer to focus on a more pure build, but since it's one of my 3 God card decks, I want to play Slifer in here at least. Anyway, that's it for the monsters. On with the spells. Starting with 2 copies of Face Card Fusion. Yeah, still playing 2 of it, but I'm playing a different fusion, as you may have seen in the Match with Express game on the Team Sorcerers channel. Then 3 copies of the best spell in the deck, Joker's Straight, which makes the classic combo more usable. Then 3 copies of Thunder Speed Summon to bring out Triumph Joker or Slifer immediately, basically, or add them if I control the original 3 Knights. Then Rota, because it's a warrior deck, and 3 copies of Unexpected Die to get Queen's Knight out the deck. And here's something that was suggested I added, Piercing the Darkness. At first I was kind of against the idea, because if I summon Queen's Knight and then draw a card off it, I could end up drawing the Jack's Knight when I don't want to. But then I thought, well, I should just time it so that I draw a card off the Jack's Knight. Yeah, still a good card to play in the deck. It complements it, and gives me more draw cards, and the more cards I have in hand, the more powerful Slifer or Triumph Joker become. And then the usual spell staples, Monster Reborn, Regeki, and Twin Twisters. On to traps now. 2 copies of Joker's Wild, 1 copy of Court of Cards, Mirror Force, Storming Mirror Force, and 2 copies of Solemn Strike. Right, now for the extra deck. I have 1 copy of Arcana Knight Joker now. Because I don't really need to play 2, but it's nice to have. And here's the new edition, which was also suggested to me, but I can't remember who suggested it. Editon, the Conqueror Star. It makes sense because Jack's Knight and Joker's Knight are both level 5 warriors, and I can fuse them together, and I'll add a Joker's Knight from deck to hand off its first effect. Obviously I never want to add Jack's Knight, but yeah, it can also work well with a massive hand size and discarding cards to make it more powerful if need be, and just attacking into level 10 or lower monsters and dropping them to 0 and just doing lots of damage. Not keen on loads of discarding, obviously, but it's nice to have anyway. For Exceeders, I've got Armades, Tiraz, Constellar Pleiades, and Volcasaurus, one of my favourite numbers. Then the Utopia package, Lightning and Original Utopia, Honorarch, Castel, Starliege Paladynamo, and Digusto Emerald. And then for links, I have 2 copies of Arcana Extra Joker and 1 copy of Isolde. And there we go, you guys. That's the Arcana Knight deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and a comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. This is definitely the most fun deck of the 3 God cards decks I have, the others being Magnet Warriors and Yugi Gadgets. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like those decks as well, but I just like Arcana Knights more, and it's great that we got support last year, which actually makes it a really good deck. And I'm also aware that we are getting Royal Straight and Raw Straight Slasher later on this year. I don't know what set they're coming in though. I think it's Battles of Legend 5, I'm not quite sure. And yeah, I will be picking those up, but I don't know how many copies of each I'll play in here though. Obviously I am open to suggestions on what I can drop for them in the future when the time comes. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.